Hello, everybody, it's Drake. I'm here to do kind of like a reaction, but it's my thoughts on this year's Nintendo Direct because I was actually genuinely surprised. We got some really good games, and one of them I was not expecting. Actually, but two of them I was not expecting. As you can see, it's kind of the play button in the middle, is the Nintendo Direct for this year. But I'm not going to play it because I might get copyright stricken, and plus, I'm going to be listening in on this anyway without headphones, so that might mess things up for you guys. But let's take a look at what's coming up and what I think. First up, we have Mario and Luigi's Brothership. Apparently, according to what they said, it's been nearly 10 years since we had a Mario and Luigi adventure. I had no idea. I thought we had one between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, to be quite honest. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm excited for this one. I haven't played any of them, but I enjoy the concept of it. I mean, like, the game seems to be fun, at least the series does. This one, in particular, it looks like it could be the one that gets me into it. You never know. But it doesn't look like it's going to be any different from the rest, but we will see on what other people will say about it. Mario and Luigi's Brothership. Next up, we have the Nintendo World Championship from the NES edition. I think it's a really cool idea that they should have at least announced this a couple weeks ahead of time, if not a month, for people to pre order the thing and get the pre order bonus with it. I would have done it. I want to get the golden cartridge of this. That's a collector's item. I want the original, to be quite honest, worth a shit ton of money. I am not willing to pay that. But having a copy isn't going to be, half bad. Have it in the background as a collection reason. And I think it's a really cool idea of what they're doing with this, turning it from being the world championship to just a time trial, compete with others, and so on and so forth. I thought that was a really cool addition that they did with this, turning a one-time use, what they did with this game, into a multi-use, constant use with this. I fucking love it. Next up, we get Fairy Tail 2. I had no idea that Fairy Tail had a game in the first place. I know they had a bunch of games, but I didn't think any of them looked like this. I mean, like, I need to play the first one in order to determine if this one's going to be like a good sequel or not, you know? I don't know a thing about the game. I just hope you could change the voices to English dubbed because, to be quite honest, I don't want to fucking read the whole time. I already do that enough with a few games. If I could change the language to English, it'll be a lot easier for me. Also, I do really like the dubbed actors for the series. I mean, like, they're really good. The guy that plays Natsu's voice is one of my favorite voice actors, if not the favorite voice actor, because he's like perfect for a character like Natsu. I'm not kidding. You guys should watch it dubbed. And don't come at me with pitching forks, you stupid fuck. Next up, we have Fan. I don't know, but this game looks interesting. I'm excited for this one. I am willing to pay for this one to see how it is. That Neo Dimension, whatever that means. I think it's a pretty cool idea that you can save up all the fights for later. I think that's a pretty cool idea. I wonder if it's going to be executed right, though. When it comes out, if it comes out, I'm going to play it, if I remember, and see how it is. It looks like it could be an interesting game. The story, I don't know. It's probably going to be some generic game. Save the princess. Nintendo Switch Sports, I didn't think was still a thing. We got basketball coming in. I think that's interesting. I'm excited for basketball. I didn't know that it wasn't in there in the first place. I mean, it looks like that one would be a lot of fun. I mean, like, all the other ones look like they were a lot of fun. I'm glad it's a free update for that, too. I don't know when it's coming out, but either way, I'm playing it if I ever get this. Next up, we have Memories in Orbit. It just looks like a Metroidvania game. Doesn't look like it could be anything different from any other one. I really hope that they have good lore that you have to figure out. So that way, if it's interesting enough for me to play, then I will. I mean, like, I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying it didn't catch my interest. The only one that I had fun with in the past that was Metroidvania was Shovel Knight. That Metroidvania, Shovel Knight, was the one that caught my interest, and that's what got me into those type of games, was because of games like that. This one seems like it could be the same way. You never know, but I have to see it. Disney Illusion Island, I don't know. When it comes to Disney games, I don't think they do it right, because even with Kingdom Hearts, I feel like that something is missing. Like, something is missing. I don't know what this is going to be about. I really don't. Could be interesting. I hope it's funny as hell, because it looks like it's that Mickey that runs up to Minnie when she trips. I think she trips and he goes, "What happened?" Fucking love that. Next up is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It looks like it's going to be a clone of Animal Crossing. It looks like a Hello Kitty version of Animal Crossing. I mean, like, it looked cool at first, and then it showed Hello Kitty. I'm like, oh, I thought this was going to be like an extension of Animal Crossing. Oh, it might be just a clone of Animal Crossing, but with Hello Kitty. I'm not gonna lie, I know nothing of Hello Kitty. I really don't. I don't see anything appealing about Hello Kitty. It's cute. It looks cute. I thought the avatar that you play as looked cute, and you could turn them into cute or cool looking. I don't know. I mean, like, it's okay. Maybe. I just think it's going to be a Animal Crossing clone. Looney Tune Sports. I'm curious if it's going to come in and do what Mario Sports like games did. But Lola Bunny, I can't tell. Is she from the movies or is she from the show? Those are two different bunnies. Lola Bunny from the movies, she's a badass at playing games. And in the show, she's fucking stupid and it makes me laugh. And I'm really hoping that it's the stupid one because the dialogue. Because if she's just the badass one, she's not going to have any funny dialogue. The only thing I'm having my concerned about is at the end, I'm really hoping that the echo that we heard at the end of it was because it was an accidental error that they did on their part. I could watch this right now and find out, but I'm going to save that for later. And you'll hear me talk about it on the podcast hopefully soon. Next up, we're getting a Among Us update. And it seems like it's going to take the game further and even more interesting. And I'm really hoping it doesn't mess up the game because it was already as good as it could get. I just hope this doesn't mess up the game. The Phantom, I think, might be my favorite one just from watching this. I would love to pull shit off like that. Be a ninja. So cool. I'm really excited for the update, and I really hope that it goes good for it. And it says it's a free update, too. Farmagia, I think is how you say it. That game is interesting. I do want to play that. And from the looks of it, those are plants. They're not animals, they're plants. Are vegans going to be able to eat these things? Next up is the HD version of Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm kind of excited for this one. Next up, we have Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake and more. I think it's a cool idea of what they're doing. They're doing this in chronological order with the release instead of releasing 1, 2, and 3. They're releasing 3, 1, and 2, which is interesting. And I think that's a really cool idea that they're doing it. Because when they released it, it was Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3. So the people that are fans of the series already know how it is. But for people like me that haven't played any of the Dragon Quest, a little bit of whatever one I was playing, it seemed like it was a fun game. And playing this in chronological order would be a pretty cool idea. Okay, this one was kind of an oddball to me. Funko Fusion. It's like a gimmick game. I don't know. It'll be fun for a little bit. A good party game if it's a party game. Next up was something I didn't really expect is Luigi Mansion 2. This one seems like the Funko Pop version of some random game that they created. I don't even know what these things are. They just look like people and maybe animals inside of a onesie. It looks so weird, but it might be fun. This one I think is a pretty cool concept. It's just like with the Nintendo World Championship, you got Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. It's player versus player. I don't know if it's player versus PC, AI, whatever. I wasn't paying too much attention. I was just watching the background. I wasn't really listening because kind of at work. I get distracted easily with surroundings too because of my fucking ADD, ADHD. But I was watching this and I thought that was pretty fun. I think this is a pretty cool concept. This one seems interesting. The Darkest Dungeon 2.
Righteousness reinforced.
Okay, I kind of had to rewatch this one because I had no idea what this one was. It looks interesting. I think this one was a cool one. I might play this one. I'm not a turn-based kind of a person. I really am not. If anything, I don't like turn-based games. They kind of get boring easily for me. But this one might catch my interest and keep it going for a while. It looks fun. Okay, this one has a few games that I'm excited for. The first one, as you can see, I'm going to be doing it in the order from right to left, top, bottom, is A Link to the Past with the Four Swords on there. I think that's interesting because we can't play Four Swords without other players, so this will give me a chance to play the Four Swords, and I'm really excited for it because that was going to be a game I was going to miss out on because of it. Next up, we have the original Perfect Dark, the one that started it all, and we're about to get a new one coming out on the Xbox soon, which is interesting. I think it's a good timing that they do this. Metroid Fusion, or Metroid Zero Mission, I think is a pretty cool idea. I mean, like, it's the first Metroid remade. Next up is Turok. That one. I fucking love Turok. I am really excited for this one. I was just about to play this game for a Let's Play with, hopefully, I could use a controller on it because it's an emulator. And the game itself, it's fucking fun. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I missed those games. So, Turok, I'm excited for. We have Phantom Brave. I had to look this one up too because I couldn't remember which one this one was. I don't recognize the thumbnail, that's why. They weren't their chibi forms like they were in the trailer. And this one looks interesting. This one, I may not remember all the games that are in this one, but I do know the ones that I'm excited for. They have X-Men, and they have Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 in this for sure. I really hope that the X-Men game that they have in this is like the X-Men game that I played on the Sega Genesis. Oh, next up, I forgot about this, was one of the announcements. This one I was excited for because it's like a collection of more Mario Party games. And I don't know if this is like a new one entirely, but I think it's a really cool idea that they added the carts into that and you can move up to 40 spaces, is what they said. That might change the game a lot. I really hope they have Coconut Mall music in there. I'm excited for this. I really am. I am going to enjoy playing this with friends, if I ever get any. Next up, second most anticipated game for me. Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom. I love the idea that we're getting a game where it is Zelda and not Link. I love it. I think it's an interesting idea that she's going to be, you can't even see the mouse, that she's going to be using a wand instead of a sword. I don't know how puzzles are going to be. I already know they're going to be odd and very difficult, but I want to know where this is going to take place and when it's going to be taking place. I avoided so much for this game before I went to work, because it was like Legend of Zelda Echo of Wisdom, people react and so on and so forth. I was like, nah, no. I'm watching the trailer before I fucking watch people react to it, because I want to have my first reaction to this. And I was like, that isn't Link, that's Zelda. Hell yeah. And I love the idea that they're bringing back the Link's Awakening remake of The Legend of Zelda. I loved it. And I hope that they keep this idea going for the 2D versions of these games. And I just love it. And I'm glad they brought it back with a whole new game. And I really, really hope that it's not going to be shit, because the only other Zelda game that's non-canon that we get to play as Zelda was Wand of Gamelon, I think is what it was called. I can't remember. And we got one on where it was like a live version of Zelda. Game Grumps tried to play it, and it was so shit that they couldn't continue. Oh yeah, and it comes with a fucking Nintendo Switch Lite edition, and I am definitely going to be getting that. So I have time to purchase this. Available September 26th, 2024, guys. Oh, it's even off screen. It's Just Dance. Next up, I think, is a pretty cool idea. I wasn't expecting this. A game that was exclusive to PlayStation is now turned into Lego and now on Nintendo. I think it's an awesome idea that they're doing this. I would really like to see the idea with Nintendo doing a collab with Lego. We already got the Deku Tree with Lego. To do a game with the Legend of Zelda Lego Ocarina of Time. I think it's a pretty cool idea that we get Horizon's Adventure, and now we can get Lego Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Or you could just do Lego Legend of Zelda and have so many of them in there. Stray is a good game. I enjoyed watching this game. I do want to play it. It's on my wish list. But if I'm buying this game, it's going to be on the PC because of possibly mods. I don't know if there's mods for it. Stray, good game. If you don't have a PC, I would highly suggest purchase this game. It is a great game to play, especially on the go. It is such a fun puzzle-like kind of a game, and really good story with very little dialogue. It's not going to be like, I'm a talking cat, I can talk to you. No, it's, oh, hey kitty, and pet. I think this one's an odd one. What is this one about? They didn't show anything in this. Is this just another version, another Animal Crossing-like kind of game? It didn't say what it was like. It just says that you can eat with friends, you can make your own place, customize your own hobbit. I'm like, what's the game about? Is it action-adventure? Do you go around collecting things? It didn't say what the hell it was. But it didn't say what this was. There was an armored goose right there. If I get to play as that armored goose, I am definitely playing this. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection seems like it'd be a cool idea. I love watching people play it, especially when it's people like the Game Grumps. It keeps you interested, and you get to watch people play, make fun of the game, do the voices, and so on and so forth, and they know the lore or want to know more about the lore. I love that. I love mystery. That's why I keep watching people play these games. And I like making my own predictions, but if they've played this and tell me what's going on, I'm done. This game is, I think, it looks awesome, but here's the thing. Right before they said it, I said out loud, while at work, for other people to hear me, kids, adults, employees, my boss, This game looks like it's created by the creators of Danganronpa. I don't even know if I said that right. And they said that it's the creators of it, and I'm like, I'm curious about this one. I loved Danganronpa, you know what games, and I'm really curious about this one.
I shan't betray their trust.
I see. Romance Saga 2 looks like it's going to be a fun 3D adventure game, but I have no idea what it's going to be about. I didn't even know there was a Romancing Saga 1. To be quite honest, it looks fun. It really does. I love open world adventure games, especially when they're 3D. I really do. I just don't know anything about it. Final, last, but not the very least, something we've been waiting for 5 years, people. 5 years. I remember when they announced it, we fucking scrapped it. I was really upset. They said we fucked it up. We threw it away. We're gonna do it again. 5 years in the making, guys. Just like with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we waited 5 years for this shit. We finally have Metroid Prime 4. And it looks so cool. When it first came in, I was like, it looks like Metroid. It's Metroid. It's Prime. Yes, I was really excited. I really am. And I think it's a really cool idea that they're finally bringing Prime back. I'm really hoping they don't fuck this up. And the main baddie, I'm really thinking that is a baddie, the main baddie. It just stands there like, yes. We already have a silent protagonist. Well, sort of. I hope this is going to be a silent antagonist. And Metroid is a fun series. For people that don't know anything about Metroid, definitely try to start off with the easier ones. The game is not easy. Metroid Fusion, being the most popular, might be tough for some. Try to play, it's out on the emulator anyway, is the remake of the first one on the Game Boy Advance. I mean, like, the Game Boy Advance was a really good system for one, and two, Metroid got real popular because it was the first one. It didn't get extremely popular until Fusion came out. I don't even know if Fusion is on the emulator, though. It says it was announced in 2017? It's been 7 years! It's been 7 years! Are you kidding? But it's not going to be released until 2025, unfortunately. Okay, that's all the time I have for now, guys. Unfortunately, there is not anything else that I can do for my thoughts and sort of reaction to this. But if you guys have your favorites that are about to come out, and you're excited for something that you've never played, like how most of these I have never played, let me know. I would really like to know what your thoughts are, your opinions, and what you think. Like, the one I'm really excited for the most is the Metroid Prime 4 and the new Zelda game. Those are the two that I'm really excited for. If you think those are going to be the bombshells that make Nintendo Switch die forever, let me know. So, until the next time a reaction happens, I'm gonna try to do this annually. I really am. Okay, until next time, guys. See you guys later. Have a good day, good night, morning, whatever it is.